Hello, hello, and welcome. I am super excited to have you all piling in here. My name is Jay, and I am your StriveScan facilitator for this evening session. We are super excited because we have a bunch of schools here who have just 6 minutes to tell you all about what's good for them and what's good for you and why you should go to their school. So again, my name is Jay. I am your StriveScan facilitator for this evening session, and welcome to the Santa Barbara CalSOAP Virtual College Fair. Again, we have 6 schools or multiple schools with just 6 minutes to tell you all about why they are the best school for you. I've got a couple more housekeeping announcements, but then I will pass it on to the stars of the show, our presenters. So the first thing is that there's a Q&A button at the top or bottom of your screen. You can use this at any time to ask questions to our presenters. The only thing that we ask is if you are asking a specific school a question, please list the name of the school in the question so they know to reach back out to you. Also, you can see and hear us. We cannot see and hear you. Your audio, your microphone, your video, all of that is turned off. And this is always one of many sessions that we are hosting, and we'd love for you to register for more. Plus, this presentation is being recorded, so you will be able to get this recording at a later time if you need to at strivescan.com/CalSOAP. I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. I'm going to bring up our first presenter here with California State University, Channel Islands. Come on up and take it away.
Hello, thank you so much for having me. My name is Ellison. I am an admission counselor here at CSU Channel Islands. So I'm going to be giving a brief overview of our campus. Throughout the presentation, there are some QR codes located in the corners of the slides. I will be going very quickly. So if you want more information about a particular slide or any information I give out, please have your phones out and ready. That's sharing correctly, hopefully. Yes, okay. So CSU Channel Islands, we are the newest CSU campus. We were founded in 2002. Being one of the newer campuses, we are relatively smaller, about 7,000 students on our campus. This does mean that our average class size is about 22 students, which may be smaller than your high school classes. So you get a lot of one-on-one attentions from your faculty, and you get to make really great friendships along the way. We are also 58% first generation campus, which means the majority of our campus are the first in their families to graduate from a 4-year institution. We are also a Hispanic serving institution, which means we do get federal funding to give back to our campus. If you don't know where you're located, we are not located on an island. We are in Camarillo, California, and we are landlocked. So we are in between Oxnard and Ventura. If you don't know where Camarillo is, about an hour north of LA, hour south of Santa Barbara. Our mascot is Echo the Dolphin. And a nice fun fact, we are actually ranked the 8th safest campus in all of the United States. We do have 26 majors and 37 minors on our campus. You can see some colors here. The red majors are our most popular majors on our campus. The most popular major is psychology, then business, then biology, then health science, and then sociology. We only have 2 majors on our campus that are impacted. That is our mechatronics engineering program, only open to first-time freshmen, and our nursing program. Impacted means there are more eligible students applying for these majors than space available. However, every other major on our campus is not impacted. And you might be thinking 26 majors is not that many, but we do have emphasis or options associated with many of our majors, which does allow for our students to focus their degree, such as marketing under the business major. For our impacted programs, the best way to get the best information is going to their website. So for our nursing, go to our nursing website. They do have different Zoom sessions going on throughout the summer as well to get you the best information out there. For my first-time freshmen, just know you are not going to be applying directly to the nursing program. You will be applying as pre-nursing. Mechatronics engineering is only open to my first-time freshmen, and they will be looking at a set of supplemental criteria listed here. We do have many resources on our campus. This is just a few of them. Of course, we have academic advisors, disability services, EOP for our first generation students, STEP, which are other success programs, health center, which is very important right now, study abroad, and a veteran center. We do a rec center, of course, that is free to all of our full-time students. And we are not NCAA, but we do have intramural and club sports if you wish to play sports on our campus. Unique things about our campus, we do have a boating center, which is completely free to students. You can take sailing, kayaking, and stand-up paddleboarding classes for free, all the way from beginner to expert, and you can take them multiple times throughout the year. And we would not be called Channel Islands without some recognition with those islands, right? Santa Rosa Islands Research station. So you can get out here a couple different ways to do research for your courses. You can also go with our rec center for our hiking day trips and for our camping trips. They'll also take you all over California national parks, as well as Santa Cruz Island. We do have housing accommodations. So Santa Rosa is typically for our first-time freshmen, Santa Cruz is for sophomores, and Acapa and University Town Center is for our upperclassmen, and we can guarantee housing for all 4 years. Cost of attendance, we are relatively cheaper. Our tuition is about $6,800 for the year. We have 82% of our students receiving some form of financial aid. Please check out our financial aid TV option, and that will give you tons of information about how to apply for this aid and what all this aid means. Application opens October 1st, and it will be $70 per application you send to a CSU. Here are our general freshman requirements. Just graduate from high school, complete your A through Gs, a minimum 2.5 GPA, and that is it. That is it for CSU Channel Islands. Of course, real quick, if you don't know your A through Gs, they are listed here. Also check with your high school counselors. If you are below the 2.5 range, if you are between a 2.0 and 2.49, each of our CSU campuses will be using a different set of supplemental criteria. They are posted on our admissions websites. Here's a set of CSU CI's supplemental criteria here. Of course, we are not open for in-person tours until fall. We're crossing our fingers for small group tours, but for right now, we are offering our virtual tour with Hillary down here. She's very nice and very knowledgeable. You can check out our QR code. If you do sign up for this virtual tour, you will be added to our email list. And of course, if you have any questions, please reach out to our admissions team. Check out our virtual admissions page and check us out on live chat and social media. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. We're going to move right along now to our next presenter with CSU Northridge. Come on up.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. Let me get this screen going. All right, so California State University Northridge, we are located in between, you could say, Universal Studios and Magic Mountain. You know, we're not too far from UCLA, to our UCLA people. We have over 60 majors at Cal State Northridge. We do offer master's programs, doctoral programs. We have, we're hitting the 38,000 student mark. Actually, we've gone over, we're at 40,000 now. We do have Division I sports, and our faculty to student ratio, as you can see, it's right there. We do have athletics. Again, we are Division I. This is what we have available. If you don't make it on a team, we also have intramurals is also another option. Some of the Matador activities and resources for students, Career Center, Disability Resources, Health Center. As you can see, we have quite a few resources for our students. And I have a couple of pictures of our oasis for those who want to relax if you do come to Cal State. And we also have, you know, the Big Show, which is a big concert on campus. We have clubs and organizations. We have over 300 clubs and organizations at Cal State Northridge that you can be a part of. This is a computer-generated picture of our future student union. So maybe if you come to Northridge, you will get a chance, maybe before you graduate, to be in these facilities. This is part of our oasis. This is where students can actually go and relax. There's also have acupuncture, nutritionist, you know, throughout those areas, but it's a very relaxing area for students to get involved in. Student housing, if you are going to be coming from the Santa Barbara area, you know, obviously you're not going to be commuting, so we do have student housing. We have freshman suites, and we also have apartment style accommodations. And it ranges about $10,000 per year. And some of our apartments, if they don't have a kitchen, then you have to purchase the meal plan. So we do have kitchen options as well. These are some of our popular majors there at Northridge. Business administration, which also includes like accounting, finance, econ, marketing, and management. They are standalone majors, but they do have their own very popular majors. Cinema, television, arts. Cinema is very popular on our campus. Deaf studies is another unique major to a few CSUs in the system. And our ethnic studies department and our music department. We do have some specialty programs. We do have for our incoming freshman students, a pre-law program and a partnership with Southwestern School of Law, integrated teaching programs. And a lot of students always ask about our nursing program, but ours is not for first-time freshmen. Ours is an RN to BSN. Average cost right there. Don't get scared, parents. We are an impacted campus by majors. These are our impacted majors, which basically means that you have to have a certain GPA in order to get into these particular majors. They are posted on the admissions website. Most of them are 3.0 and above for our incoming students. Freshman requirements, as my colleague from Channel Islands said, you know, every campus it does have new ways of evaluating students just because of COVID, and we're not looking at test scores. We are using a multi-factor system. It's laid out right here, but if you go to the admissions website or contact me in the future, we can work this out. A through G requirements, that hasn't changed. I'm not gonna go over transfer. The application for all 23 campuses in the Cal State system opens October 1st, closes November 30th. If you want to get in contact with some of our students, there's the QR code right there, and you can speak to a CSUN student. Any questions you might have about majors or just living on campus or just the surrounding area. Sorry. This is our page of our resources on campus. I will be posting these on the chat box if you would like. And here's my information. I actually service the Ventura County area, which also includes Santa Barbara. And so if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me or shoot me an email, and I will be posting some of our links on the chat box. Thank you very much.
Beautiful. Thank you. Really appreciate that, Jesus. We are going to move right along now to our next presentation with University of California, Santa Cruz.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. Buenas tardes. Thank you for being here and for having me. My name is Diana. I'm one of the UC Santa Cruz admissions outreach representatives currently serving Southern California, but I am the rep and have been the rep for the Santa Barbara, Ventura, and Oxnard area. So maybe we've seen each other in a visitor affair pre-COVID times. In the next couple of minutes, I want to give you a quick overview of UC Santa Cruz. I'm not going to be able to go over everything, so if you have any specific questions, please, I invite you to ask me or any of my colleagues here any questions using the Q&A function. So UC Santa Cruz, we are one of the 9 undergraduates within the University of California system. We're actually located in Northern California. So from the LA area, it's about 5 driving hours. And we are a coastal university. So we're 2 miles off the coast and we're sitting on 2,000 acres worth of redwood forests, meadows, and we have beautiful views of Santa Cruz, of the ocean, and on clear skies, you can see all the way through Monterey Bay. We are in a unique living situation. So as you can see in this virtual background, that is our campus. All of our buildings are intertwined within the redwood trees. We have some wildlife as well. So we have like some turkeys that have randomly just came to be within UC Santa Cruz. And we also have like deers that just roam freely. So if you're looking for like a very green, earthy, smaller type of campus, we are definitely for you. We are more of like a smaller town. You can easily go to the beach or go to downtown and then be up on campus in no time. Last thing that I'll say as far as like location is that we are the closest UC to Silicon Valley. So Silicon Valley is like this innovative industry where many of the tech companies are located, and all of our graduates are high in demand from all academic fields and backgrounds. So if you're interested in going into that, definitely consider UC Santa Cruz. In terms of our academic programs, we have 70 majors and 39 minors that fall under these 5 academic divisions. Some of the popular majors include computer science, film and digital media, psychology, business management, economics, and human biology. That is our pre-med program. If you're interested in going into the medical field, students typically go into human bio, or we also have MCD bio as well. Some of the popular, and each year we keep adding to the list. So some of the newer majors include like a critical race and ethnic studies, we have agroecology, we have education, democracy, and justice, and we also have a Black studies minor as well. So if you're interested, you can always go into one of those majors, or double majors, since it is common for students to double major or pick up on a minor. When you're applying to UC Santa Cruz, you're going to be admitted into a proposed major or an undeclared cluster, and you have until the end of your second year to declare a major at UC Santa Cruz. So your first 2 years, you really have the opportunity to explore, take different classes if you're unsure of like what major you want to go into. And like I said, by the end of the second year, you do have to declare. None of our majors are impacted at the moment, but we do have 2 selective majors. So computer science and computer engineering are selective majors. So it means that if you do not choose these 2 majors on the UC application, then you're not able to switch into either of them at a later time once you're on our campus. Further than that, all others, you can easily switch around. It is common for students to switch majors as well. A little bit about housing. So housing at UC Santa Cruz, we have the 10 residential colleges. These are small like communities, neighborhoods that are spread out throughout UC Santa Cruz. They're not major specific. They differ by their theme, their mission statement. So for example, College 10 is social justice and community. We have Kresge, that's power and representation. I do encourage you all to go on our website, browse through the different residential colleges and just see what they offer, what their theme is, their mission statement. You're going to be living with students across all 70 majors from different backgrounds, from different areas around the world. So it does create like a very diverse living and learning experience. And within these residential colleges, we have the dorms where you live at your first year, apartments that you can live at after your first year. So with a group of friends, you can like apply to live in the apartments. And we also have academic buildings. So within the academic building, that is where your academic advisor is at. So like your counselor on our campus, housing staff, activity staff that does programming for the residential college. There's also clubs and a ton more activities that you can get involved with, like garden clubs, the pottery club within your residential college. And the reason these residential colleges were created was so that you had kind of like a small liberal arts feeling, but everyone is part of like the UC Santa Cruz community. So you really get to meet students from different backgrounds, and through your courses, you meet students within like your same major. Right now, housing is very different, right, given COVID times. But for fall 2021, we are going to be opening our spaces, right, increasing our capacity compared to this current year. And we hope that by the time you'll all be applying, I don't know if you're like a junior or a sophomore in the room, hopefully by then we will be at full capacity and can welcome all of you into our spaces. A little bit about student life. So we have over 200 plus clubs and organizations, everything from like ethnic, career, religious, and lifestyle options. We do have Greek orgs as well. Around 9% of our students get involved in some sort of like sorority or fraternity. We also offer competitive and recreational sports. You can see that we play Division III in athletic teams like men's tennis, women's volleyball. We also have some intramural clubs like ultimate frisbee, ballroom dancing, lacrosse, rugby, just to name a few. And we are also Coastal University, so there's like a huge surfing community within Santa Cruz. There's sailing and water polo that you can take on as well. If you have any questions, I do have my contact information listed here. I'll go ahead and post it as well in the chat for everyone, but definitely follow us on social media. Consider taking one of our virtual tours or one of our virtual events. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to pass it on to my colleague after me.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate that, Diana. We're going to move right along now to our next school, UCLA. Come on up.
Awesome. Hello, everyone. My name is Melissa Nessman. I also go by Melly. I'm a UCLA alum, and I am also the representative for anyone who lives in Santa Barbara. So I'll put my contact information on the chat for all of you. But if any of you have questions, especially about student life, I do have a student with us today, Tiffany, who would be happy to answer them. So feel free to use the Q&A right below if you have any questions. So with that, I do want to go ahead and start talking about UCLA, specifically our location. So UCLA, we are located about 5 miles from from Santa Monica, and about 13 miles from downtown LA. However, when you are talking about mileage in LA, mileage doesn't matter, it's all about time. So realistically, on a good day without traffic, we are about 30 minutes from Santa Monica, and we are about 30 minutes from downtown LA as well. We are located in a small suburb called Westwood Village, which is also our college town. So that's always where you're going to see students, but also families around the surrounding areas. I love mentioning if it's ever your birthday and you're in Westwood, you'll sometimes see families come up to you wishing you happy birthday while you're celebrating with your friends. And if you're lucky, they may even get you like a Starbucks coffee and wish you good luck on your midterms. So it's really important to know that when you are a student at UCLA, you're not just part of the UCLA community, but you're also part of the Westwood and Los Angeles community as a whole. So next, I want to transition into our academic settings. I know this is probably one of the important things, especially for any of our parents out there. So at UCLA, we do have over 125 majors and over 90 minors. So UCLA is divided up into 6 different schools. Our main school is called the College of Letters and Sciences. So think of majors such as biology, English, anthropology, political science, economics, and chemistry. And then we do have 5 professional schools. Our professional schools are the Herb Alpert School of Music, the School of Nursing, the School of Theater, Film, and Television, the Henry Samueli School of Engineering and Applied Mathematics, and the School of Arts and Architecture. For those 5 specialty schools, you may have a supplemental application that you will need to include beyond just your UCLA application. And I'll talk about that a little bit throughout the presentation. As far as our minors, many of our students choose to have a double major, or they may have a major or a minor. There is no limit. I personally did not declare my minor until my senior year when I realized I had enough classes to declare it. So for minors, there's no timeline. As far as your major, we do not take major into consideration when we do our holistic review. The only time major is considered is if you are applying as a transfer student or if you end up applying to one of our 5 specialty schools. So definitely just keep that in mind. Along with our academics, we do have undergraduate research. So UCLA is a Tier 1 research institution, meaning that most of our faculty members and our professors do have ongoing research at any given moment. And it also means we do receive so much money and funding when it comes to research. From the years 2019 and 2020, we did get over $1 billion in research funding, and we have over 5,000 ongoing research projects at any given moment. It doesn't matter what major you're in, whether it's in the sciences or the arts and humanities, and it doesn't matter whether you want to do research with a professor or your peers, or even create your own research. No matter what you're passionate about, there's probably a research project for you available. Next, I'll transition over into our student life. So UCLA has more than 1,200 clubs and student organizations on campus. If there is a club you want to be a part of, we probably have that club. If we don't have that club, no worries. You can create your own club by just having yourself and 3 other signatories creating the club for you, and then you can officially become a club and get funding. So I know what you're all thinking. If there's over 1,200 clubs, how do I get involved? How do I find out what club is the best for me? Typically in fall, we do have an enormous activities fair. I like to call it the overwhelming activities fair because you see all these clubs trying to give you flyers, telling you to join. You probably take all these flyers, sign up for all the email lists, and you still don't know which clubs to join. So totally okay, you have all 4 years. If you are not into clubs and organizations, there is a great way to build community, whether it's on our housing, which typically we do offer 3 years of guaranteed housing, or whether it's off campus. I know we have Greek life, which about 12% of our students are involved in. And we also have intramural club sports and also our NCAA competitive sports. As far as funding, I know a lot of people think UCLA is very expensive, but just always remember to fill out your FAFSA and apply to scholarships. In the class of 2019-2020 class, 58% of our students did graduate with no student loan debt. And those that did have debt had $13,000 less than the average graduate in the United States. I know those numbers are a little scary sometimes, but if you need to get scholarships, loans, or even work study opportunities, we have those. And we also have a large on-campus job presence where ASUCLA, our associated student body, does have opportunities for all of our students to get involved and be flexible with the work classes and with their class schedule. So I'm going to shift over to applying to UCLA. So one important thing is we are not a common application school. So for ourselves and UC Santa Cruz and any of our other schools, you will be using the UC application. This application opens up on August 1st, and it must be submitted within the month of November. So November 1st through November 30th. So definitely just keep that in mind, and you will find out about your admissions in late March. Last thing I just want to mention is we do use a holistic review process, meaning there's not one single factor that is looked over at anything else. So put your involvements, your academics, and any work experience that you may have. So that's all the information I have for all of you. I do encourage you to take a screenshot of this, and I will go ahead and put my information on the chat for you all.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Melly. Really appreciate that. We did have another school scheduled, but it looks like they've been unable to join us here. So I'm actually now going to ask my 4 presenters to bring you back up onto the video because I've got a question for you. So if you could all come back, that would be great. I am now sharing my screen. Hopefully everyone can see that. I've got 2 questions here for you. We'll start out with this one, a little bit more of a fun question, but what is your favorite event or tradition that happens on campus? And we'll go in the same order that you all presented. So California State University, Channel Islands.
So I think a really fun event that we have on our campus is called Dolphin Palooza. It is essentially Coachella, but on our campus. So we have music and we have a lot of our performing arts students that come out on top of that. And we have a Ferris wheel and food trucks, and it's just this really huge fun event, and it's typically free for students or at a very low cost.
Beautiful, thank you. And it's CSU Northridge.
Yeah, for us it's called Matador Nights. So it's very kind of similar to CI, you know, very kind of like a fair type environment, right? Amusement park rides, food, music, you know, DJs, you know, everything, you know, it's a good night of entertainment.
Great, thanks. University of California, Santa Cruz. What about your university?
Yes, so we have a few, but one that I personally really like is one that happens in the fall. It's called Cornucopia. So it's actually a gathering of slugs. So we are known as the banana slugs at UC Santa Cruz. So we actually all gather to welcome our new students on campus. We have a huge kind of like fair type where we bring out all of our student orgs and clubs. We have food, music, activities for all of our students. So you really get to meet upperclassmen, meet the clubs, and join, you know, learn about how to join. So it's usually a really good time for everyone.
Beautiful, thanks. And UCLA.
Yeah, so my favorite event would have to be Spring Sing. It happens in the spring, and it's basically this giant talent show where a lot of our students will perform, and we actually have celebrity guest judges. So I think a couple years ago we had like Corbin Bleu from High School Musical. We had Emily Osment from Hannah Montana. So we always have these really fun celebrity judges, and it's really just a great time.
Very cool, thanks. I'm going to bring up our next question. Now, you are all the professionals here, so I really want to ask you all, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? Channel Islands, what do you have to say?
Use our websites, use our tools. We have so many things for you to use. I think when you're searching for like a major or trying to narrow down, there are 23 CSUs, there's a lot of us. We do have a search degrees at CSU function on the CSU website. I'll put the link in the chat as well. And it's just a way for that you guys to help search for those majors. If you already have a campus in mind, you can search through it that way. They link to everything. Or if you don't really know what you want to search for yet, just go through and read all the different opportunities we have on our 23 campuses. So that's my take. Research it, go to the major website. Trust me, they have so much info for you.
Great, thank you. CSU Northridge.
Yeah, same thing as my colleague Caitlin said, do your research, go online. But if you have the opportunity, anywhere you drive, you'll run into a campus, whether it's a Cal State or a UC or a private school. Stop by. We're open campuses, walk around campus, try to picture yourself at that institution. We might not have a whole lot of things going on at our campuses right now, but at least you get an idea of what the campus is looking like. And, again, picturing yourself at that school.
Great. Santa Cruz.
Yes, I agree with what has been shared already. I feel like using your resources or websites and visiting the campuses as well. And something that I would add as well is to enjoy the search. I feel like often we stress, right, over where are we going to go? Like, can I afford this? Do they have this? Do they have that? But enjoy it, right? Because it is, once in a lifetime experience, and attend like these sessions. All of you here today, this is perfect because you're hearing from, staff, from alumni as well about the university that you may be interested in. So attend like all of the college trip visits that may be hosted within your high school and ask questions. Like, we're here to guide you and support you, right? So take advantage of us as a resource as well.
Absolutely. And UCLA.
Yes, definitely going to echo what everyone said, but I'm going to emphasize, I know a lot of people don't like the virtual realm, but take advantage of it this year. A lot of people have had to transfer everything like tours online, whether it's live or a pre-recorded version. You may be able to now visit somewhere in the East Coast where you couldn't just get on a plane because of school and everything. So take advantage of the virtual realm. And something I always tell everyone is, because clubs also have to be online, get connected with current students or alumni on LinkedIn, just to kind of understand what the schools that you want to go to have to offer. Everyone's always super excited to talk about their alma mater, and everyone's super excited to talk about the current school that they go to. So definitely take advantage of any connection you can make.
Beautiful, thank you so much. Well, we're actually going to get started to wrap this up here. I really appreciate all of your time. Thank you to the four of you for being here and telling us all about your great schools. We really appreciate it. Thank you to all of you who are here live. So grateful to have you here. If your question was not answered, hopefully you got that contact information so you can reach out to some of these amazing people here. When you do close out, there will be a short 4-question survey that we would love to get your feedback on. Also, this is just one of many sessions, so more sessions are happening, I believe, in the month of May, so you'll want to register for those to learn about more great schools. And this session has been recorded, so you will be able to follow up with this in the near future at strivescan.com/CalSOAP. I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and we are closing out. Have a great night, everyone.